Good morning, Santa Margarita, and welcome to the last Eagle TV 2.0 of 2020. On today's show, we have a very special Christmas episode of Global News, a sports debate with Aiden and Andrew, and a tech segment from Nick. All this and now starts now.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. I was busy checking out the new SM Eagle Eye newspaper. Anyways, good morning, SM, and welcome back to Eagle TV 2.0. I'm Matthew Pierce.
And I'm Emma Zabrowski. Today we have an exciting show planned for you today.
To start us off, we have some announcements for next week's school.
Since next week will be finals week, the schedule is quite different. Monday will be a full virtual day and all classes will meet. We start with Period 3 at 8 a.m. and end with Period 2 at 2:30. Tuesday kicks us off with the first day of finals. This day, Period 1 and 2 will meet for finals. On Wednesday, we'll have Period 3 and 4 finals.
On Thursday, we will have Period 5 and 6 finals, and on Friday, we will have our last final, Period 7. Each final is 1.5 hours long. After the 18th, we will go into break and come back on January 4th.
Remember, if you ever are in doubt on anything for the next week regarding the schedule, everything is posted on SM Calendar and is available.
That's right. You know, being able to check out a calendar at the click of a button right on our phones really is something amazing. Technology truly has come a long way. On that note, we have Nick Smythe here to talk about some technology. Nick, take it away.
Hey tech fans, Nick Smythe here back with the latest tech news. Today we have the new PS5 and the Xbox Series X, so let's get started. Now I know there's a decade-old console war, but I'm going to try to stay a little more neutral in this episode. Today, starting off with the new Xbox. The graphics power has been doubled since the last Xbox in 2013, and will be able to produce more realistic lighting, shadows, reflections, ray trace, and etc. The new CPU is now quadruple the power of the Xbox One, and the bandwidth, which is the speed the data is transferred from the console to the screen, is now 40 times faster than it was previously. Probably the most major thing, though, is the loading screen improvements. Everybody hates staring at a little bar slowly inch its way to 100%. But now with the Xbox Series X, loading screens have been reduced significantly to where they're almost non-existent. Some fun facts on this new Xbox. You can float ping pong balls on top of the vent to make them float. Looks pretty cool. And it really does look more like a fridge than a gaming console. Well, that's it for the Xbox, now onto the PS5. First problem we need to address is that Sony is raising the prices of their first-party games. For those of you who love Sony and their amazing single-player experiences, this might not be the best of news to you, because you're going to be spending more money. Now with the new processor, the loading screens and game generation will be almost non-existent on the PS5, which is basically good news for everyone, because everyone hates loading screens. The PS5 has all new adaptive controllers as well. Say you fire a weapon in Call of Duty or pull back a bow in Assassin's Creed or God of War. The triggers will add pressure as you pull back the bow or fire the weapon. It is all done specifically for immersion, but in my opinion, it seems a little gimmicky, but it's still pretty cool. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Hopefully you guys learned some things from this video that will help you decide which console to get this holiday season, if they're even for sale. No matter what console you decide on though, you're going to end up with some improved graphics, some faster loading screens, some more memory, etc. It really does not matter which console you get, it just depends on which games you like to play. Thanks for sticking around, now back to the host in the studio.
Thanks for that update, Nick. I think I definitely am going to try and pick up a PS5 myself.
Me too, guys. Now switching gears, let's get Aiden and Andrew for a live segment on some sports updates and hot takes. Take it away, boys.
What's going on, SM? I'm Andrew Elvis.
And I'm Aiden Verde.
And we have another episode of Hot Takes, so let's get right into it. So the NBA season is coming right up. So Aiden, who are your picks for the NBA Finals champion this year?
The Finals champion, Andrew? That'll be the Los Angeles Lakers back-to-back.
Oh, man.
Want to know why? They may have lost pieces, but they regained some good pieces in Wesley Matthews, Dennis Schroeder. They also got back Marc Gasol, and they may get Pau Gasol.
That, honestly, okay, he was good like 10 years ago, but this is a new NBA, okay? This is the NBA of three-pointers. Sure, Marc Gasol can shoot the three. He's fallen off in the past years. And sure, they got rid of Danny Green, but I think Schroeder won't make up for it because he's mainly a bench piece, and I don't think he's gonna play well in the starter role. You know, I really think the Clippers are gonna run it this year. Okay, sure they lost Montrez and they lost JaMychal Green, who's a key bench role, Okay, but they lost. But they got Luke Kennard from the Pistons. He's a great shooter. And they also got Serge Ibaka, who I think is better than Montrezl Harrell. He's a bigger body. He can shoot the three. He's more versatile. And he's a body who can stop AD. So I think the Clippers can definitely give the Lakers a run for the money, okay? Don't sleep on them. And sure, the West has gotten a lot better, but I think the Clippers got what it takes. Definitely since they lost Doc, and I think it's going to be a different year this year, for sure.
Have you heard of the Clippers curse?
I mean, it's more of the Doc Rivers curse. Let's be real, okay?
Joking,
I think
3-1.
Ty Lue, championship experience from LeBron, I think he's got what it takes, for sure. So, Clips are going to win it this year.
We'll see.
All right, so moving on to the NFL. So, Aiden, who do you think is going to make the playoffs, and then who do you think is going to make the championship in each conference?
That's a tough one. But right now, since the Steelers have lost one, I think the best team who's going to win the Super Bowl right now is the Kansas City Chiefs back-to-back.
I can definitely see that. The Chiefs are really dynamic. Their offense is just clicking every single minute. Sure, their defense has slept a little bit. Like they had a scare last week against the Broncos, but I definitely think they can repeat as champions. I think the Steelers, their main problem is their offense getting off to a hot start. But their defense is really elite. Same with the Colts. They have another elite defense. And they're okay. They have an okay offense, but I think it definitely makes up for them in their defense. And I also think the Titans can definitely make some noise in the playoffs. Derrick Henry's just a beast, and their defense is just on another level. There are a lot of good defenses in the AFC. And in the NFC, I think it's going to be the Bucks. I think a lot of people have been sleeping on them since they've lost to over 500 teams. The Seahawks have just they've gone down the hill, and the Vikings can make some noise also with Cook heating up, and the Saints and the Packers are also good teams. So
Didn't Cook get injured?
I think he got injured, but I think he's coming back. The Vikings are in the playoff position right now, so I think if things stay, they'll make a lot of noise in the playoffs. So who's your Super Bowl prediction?
My Super Bowl prediction? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But I still got the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs too. I think they'll bring it back for sure. So that's been another episode of Hot Takes. I'm Andrew Elvis.
And I'm Aiden Verde.
And let's send it back to the host in the studio.
Thanks, Aiden and Andrew, for always giving us sports news and giving us your guys' opinion.
Next up, we have a pre-recorded Christmas segment from Emma about limiting your waste during the holidays.
Christmas is a wonderful time of the year, but it is also a wasteful time, resulting in over 25 million tons of garbage and factory pollution. What kind of garbage are we talking about? 27 million Christmas trees, over 4 million Christmas dinners, 227,000 miles of wrapping paper, 1 billion Christmas cards, and at least 2 billion shipping boxes. This is just some of the garbage that is created at Christmas. Did you know that most of our holiday garbage is sent to landfills where it is sitting creating gas that are harmful to our environment? These harmful gases, which include methane and carbon dioxide, are created by bacteria that breaks down the organic waste in the landfill. The more waste that we send to the landfills, the more gas that we are releasing into the air, creating a blanket over the earth. This blanket creates heat in our atmosphere, causing temperatures to rise. This change in the Earth's temperature is called climate change. It ultimately leads to natural disasters, extreme weather, wildfires, and the spread of airborne diseases. What can we do this holiday season to reduce waste? Here are a few tips. Number 1. Use only artificial Christmas trees and wreaths that can be used year after year instead of purchasing real trees that can become wasteful at the end of the season. Number 2. Purchase only cards and wrapping paper made from recycled materials. Number 3. Request to have your name and address removed from holiday catalog lists. Number 4. Be mindful of the amount of food that you're putting on your holiday plate. Only take what you think you will eat. Focus on giving gifts that are needed and practical to avoid waste. Number 6. Most importantly, make sure to recycle all your holiday garbage. I wish you and your family a very happy holiday season.
Thank you so much, Emma. That was very educational and helpful, and I really learned a lot from it.
Thank you, Matthew. Before we go, I would like to inform you all that this will be the last Eagle TV 2.0 of 2020. Well, that's all we have for you guys today at SM. This has been Eagle TV 2.0. I'm Emma Zabrowski.
And I'm Matthew Pierce. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's to you and your families.
Merry Christmas, everyone.